Hello, lovely people. It's been a while. Thank you for sticking by me. We have a clearing to do today, and we're going to start the year off. If you're watching this soon after it's published, we're going to do another one on prosperity and receiving money, because it's something that I know a lot of people are struggling with at the moment. I did promise to do a live YouTube clearing, and I will do a live one. I'm sorry, I was full of cold and all sorts of things in January, so didn't feel up to doing it, and I'm still a bit croaky now. But let's start off 2023 with a clearing on prosperity and receiving money. So make sure you're 100% open to receiving healing, and let's get stuck in. Right, let's get stuck in, shall we? Prosperity and receiving money. So let's have a look for the collective, all of you out there. 20% positive, 80% negative, so it could be a lot worse than that, as you well know. And it's sitting at one level of consciousness, which is there. There's incarnational level. Then we have spirit status, Holy Spirit status, Christ status, light status, descended master, one level. But we want to be above all these up to here, which then continues in this page all the way up to here. We want to be at a minimum of radiant love, new paradigm level of consciousness here. And then it goes, well over 100 feet beyond the page, because spirit is always expanding, because our consciousness is shifting and expanding at quite a rapid rate now. Everything is expanding, learning, developing, and so on. So we're just going to ask your high self teams, I'm working with my God team, to clear from one level of consciousness down here all the way up to radiant love, new paradigm level, where we were a moment ago, all the way up to 100% positive and down to 0% negative. So the bulk of the clearing is done in the prep to work stage, in the initial clearing, and in the mop-up. When we get to mop-up, that's where the bulk of the clearing takes place. But there are some things we have to research. Just get my book out in case anything interesting comes up. What have I opened the page on? Overcome the world. Means you can look at challenges of life and remain free from negative reactions. You don't get caught up in all this stuff. Who is the most important person in the universe? You are, and if you are centered and balanced, your universe is more centered and balanced, this says. If you're out of balance, then your life is out of balance. When you are balanced, you can look at your life and world and say, I'm in the world, but not of the world. That's what Jesus said. In the world you have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And that's in John chapter 16, verse 33. This whole system, spiritual response therapy system, SRT for short, is based on the true spiritual meaning of the Bible. Because the man, Robert E. Detzler, who downloaded it from Spirit and compiled it, was originally a pastor. I sound very posh. In America. And he was using his system to help heal his congregation. And then the church, cutting a long story short, the church found out, and they said it's either you use your healing system or you work for the church. You can't have both, even though it was helping his congregation, which was crazy. So he chose the healing system and then ended up teaching thousands and thousands of people across the world, which has had a much greater effect anyway in the world. So what a shame these older institutions can't embrace these healing modalities. Anyway, let's see where we're going. We're going to chart 5 first, which is blocks and interference and negative motivation. I'll try and keep this as brief as possible. Inside, we're looking at imprints, which are strongly held beliefs of brain damage, discarnates in the aura, satanic forces. These are all very biblical terms, but they're kind of gradients of energy. So don't get, if you're slightly of a nervous disposition and that frightens you, don't let it frighten you. They're just gradients of energy. So let's clear all of those away. I'm not going to, in a personal clearing, I'd find out how many and at how many levels of consciousness they were running, but we don't need to do that on this group clearing. Excuse my arm going across. I have a nice cup of detox tea here, which I'm drinking. So we're just clearing that lot away. I always find it what's interesting that comes up. Sometimes unexpected stuff comes up. during these, clearings, and it's quite interesting. This is my 10th year of working with spiritual response therapy as a practitioner. I think it's 10 years. But I've been working in complementary medicine, if you like, for 28 years. Long time. And mediumship for the same length of time as well. So I work doing SRT clearing packages. I can also clear your business in a package. There wouldn't be any brain restructuring with the business. The business clearing is much bigger, I think, than the personal clearing. So I can also clear relationships, but again, it's they are big clearings. And homes and spaces, cars, even pets, all with spiritual response therapy. Pretty much anything with this system. Still clearing away. And then I do one-to-ones with people, online sessions where I use all my other tools with that, the sort of intuitive side, whatever it takes. I mean, there's if you go on my website, I'm trained in lots of things, but I work, it's a kind of a combination of therapy, coaching, mentoring, healing, guidance, intuitive, it's several things all at once, and using some of the tips and tools that I've learned as well. So it's we work to identify root causes and move you forward. Be very powerful. Both systems can be very powerful. Both together are very powerful systems. It's not always pleasant though. When we're identifying root causes, and sometimes we can feel stuck in no man's land for a while, and I've been there. I know what it feels like. It's horrible. But getting to the nitty-gritty, guilt here, getting into the nitty-gritty of why we're not abundant in certain areas of our life isn't pleasant. Detoxing isn't pleasant. Greed is coming up. Sorry, I'm procrastinating. Outside left, forsaken. Inside left, bitterness. Okay. And do they have past life and ancestral roots? Yeah, we're not going to research them because it's a group clearing. I'm just going to ask that they're all cleared. Master programs and discordant energy of those. So that was guilt, greed, forsaken, and bitterness. And we may not be greedy in this lifetime, or not. We may not think that we're greedy in this lifetime, but we don't know what we're holding ancestrally, and we don't know what we're holding from other lifetimes lived, other experiences lived. Past, future, parallel, other dimensional, When you have a package with me, I work remotely. I don't tell you what set time I'm going to be doing your clearing, and I don't do can we have a discovery call to discuss the results? I'm afraid it all takes up too much time. I do the clearing, and if you have any questions, you email me back, but not constant emails either. My inbox just gets so full, and these days, we get bombarded, don't we, in our inboxes. So chart 10B, but I will do a clearing within 5 working days of receiving payment and the instructions. If you don't hear from me, that's because it's probably, my response has probably gone into your spam box, because I normally respond within 24 hours. So self-punishment is running at on chart 10B, which is programs created by spirit. This is where these are the first major programs in this chart. So let's clear all self-punishment away from you, all debts, levels, ranges, limitations, everything, everywhere, any body programs and body memories of self-punishment as well. Let's clear those away from you. Okay. 13, which is programs before creation. Everybody works differently as a practitioner. So levels 1 through 6. So let's just clear what levels 1 through 6. Those refer to charts held on the other side of life, which are too numerous to list here. This is just a light group clearing. So when we do personal clearings, obviously it's personal to you. So it will go into more depth for you, and we'll also go through your energy bodies. And I have various other questions and charts that I also look at for you in an SRT package. If you're expecting all your problems to be solved within 3 clearings and a brain restructuring, they won't be. Some people can react massively, like, oh my God, everything's changed. Some people can. I've even experienced that myself. And some people will notice barely any difference. I did a clearing on a business last week, and within 2 days, somebody very famous had visited their business and brought loads of attention to it. So that's the kind of response that happens. It wasn't a planned visit. It was something just happened, and it really moved things along for them. And this famous person documented visiting their business as well, and they gained loads and loads of followers overnight. So that's an idea of, you want to be looking for change when you do these clearings, especially the personal clearings, the business clearings. Something will show you. There'll be some sort of reaction, some response, should I say, that will show you. Right, we're on Lord of Lords, which is the first expression of the living soul. A desire to suffer is coming up with this. So let's clear that at soul level, Lord of Lords level. Sorry, I'm still a bit croaky in my voice, so. But other things like if you have a clearing on prosperity or something, and then you walk outside your front door and find a coin, it's you look for evidence from the universe, even if it's a lorry driving past that says you could be a winner of £30,000 or dollars, or euros or whatever. You're looking for a sign of some kind. You're looking for evidence there. Expect the law of presumption. Expect changes to happen. Obviously, let go of what your expectations are, but expect changes to happen, because otherwise you can get disappointed if you expect X and then you may just get a coin in front of you. But that just shows that the energy is shifted, that's all. Anything else on the inside? So we have a sensitivity to others' energy and hidden vows that we need to clear, reasons behind conscious programs. Let's just get those cleared away. You have to be careful with intention setting. That's the big thing at the moment. Must always set my intention. The slight issue with that is when you're setting your intention to receive something, you're actually telling the universe that you don't already have it. So it's better to employ the law of presumption, the expectation instead. I'm expecting to receive it. I'm expecting to already have it. I'm expecting this to work brilliantly. I know it is. I know it's working brilliantly. It's already worked. I'm already receiving it. It's different. If I'm setting my intention to receive something, there's this very subtle difference, and you've got to align the inner and outer expectations to bring in the manifestation of what you want as well. The subconscious and conscious intention. Because you can intend something or wish something with all your consciousness, with all your conscious awareness, but if at a subconscious level you have programs running that say, no, I don't deserve that, I shouldn't have that. Oh, I mustn't have that. I need to live a life of poverty. You know, I've got some old vow running from some old lifetime that I need to be poor, you know, then it's going to sabotage whatever else is running, whatever you're saying at a conscious level. I hope that's making sense. Anything on the outside? We have susceptibility to lower forces, which is what we looked at earlier. We want to clear that away. Abdication of emotional responsibility and an abdication of physical responsibility. So let's clear all this away as well. There's quite a lot coming up at a soul level for you, all there. So that's really good to clear this stuff out for you all. These are different things that normally come up on other prosperity clearings I've done, which is great, which is great. We're getting to deeper levels. Right, anything else in this chart? No. So where are we going next? It's good to have some different things coming up. 26, freedom is free. The veil is broken. There's a belief of that running. And there's no reality in the fall. This is the fall of consciousness, so not autumn. So let's just clear those blocks away. These are all high level consciousness stuff. In the fall of consciousness, when we're coming into this incarnation. It's suddenly stopped. Chart 31. Which is memory clearing. Anything on the inside? Divine plan. We want to clear the divine plan, so that's good. So that's through the Godhead and Spirit. Okay. Anything else? No. Should we go to mop up? So we're just going to do it again. We're just going to do a brief clearing. So we're going to mop up. This is only a brief clearing. My personal clearing's gone a lot longer than this. But, you know, it really helps. It helps to shift things for you, and I'm happy to help serve you. Oh, I need to thank, I don't know if I've thanked everyone for all the donations recently, but thank you, thank you, thank you. And for the tips, I think you can put tips on YouTube now. Somebody tipped me, so thank you. A couple of people tipped me actually, but I think I did thank them. So it's not always, I don't always, on my app it's not easy to thank, but thank you to everybody. Sorry, I am rambling today. Thank you to everybody that's donated. If I haven't said thank you, it's a oversight on my part, and I deeply apologise, but I normally try and thank people by email if I can. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All really, really helps. And the my earnings on YouTube have dropped right down to almost nothing recently. I just something shifted there. So in the last couple of months. So yeah, so your donations really support me. Thank you. So anything else to do? No. Okay, so soul happy. Will it hold? Is the soul free for everybody there? Yeah. Anything else to be done at the moment? Anything else to clear? Where are we looking at now? Prosperity and receiving money, 100 positive, 0 negative. We're at Radiant Love New Paradigm as a minimum. So fantastic. There we are, another one done. And prosperity and money, may it flow in. May be blessed with unlimited resources and abundance. Drink lots of water. Don't do too many of these clearings all at once. Just, you know, no more than 2 a day, because you know, the physical has to integrate the changes. And if you're doing a clearing here, and a clearing here, and you think it's all right, I know my body, you're not giving the cells in your body a chance to let go of stuff, and it can be overwhelming for the body. And you may not feel it's overwhelming, but the whole process, you kind of need to just sit back and let it happen. So and I've done that. I've cleared too much at once, and then eventually it caught up with me, and oh my goodness, my physical knew it. So until the next clearing, you take care. Thank you for being here, and lots of love.